Now, okay. Um, Basically, I've done 3 or 4 videos, and I couldn't upload them, so it was just a waste of time. But what I'm talking to today is about. My name is Dr. Purishun. Um, I'm a psychologist, and got an MBA in business as well, which is which is basically my study, my field of study. Now, what we're talking about is a lot of people that are mentally ill, and a lot of people that's got addiction problems. There's an epidemic going on at the moment. If you do not notice, there's the ice epidemic, the heroin epidemic, the marijuana epidemic, the pills, the prescriptions, the clonazepam, the Zyprexa, you name it, the whole lot is there. GBH, you name it. Anyway, but what I'm here today to do is fix that sort of problem, or how about half by fix it. I'm not saying that I'm going to take all the drugs and become a police officer and take all the drugs on there. I'm not that. I'm here to help person one by one. You get it? The person one by one. If I can help one person change their life, then I am happy and I've fulfilled my job. Now, let's see. As going back, as my youth, I've had hard youth. I was homeless, okay? And being homeless was very hard for me. I slept under schools. I used the bypass the electricity for the lamp for school under the schools to keep warm, and that's how I basically lived as a youth. You have to do what you have to do. You know, you steal tuna, you steal food. Um, when you pay, your pay doesn't really come in back then because everybody else got it. They got first dibs of it. I never, I never had a proper growing up. I was a state trustee until I was 18, and RCT lawyers now fighting for me. So to get the people that kicked me out, basically they were my parents. They were my parents, and they said, "Okay, this is it. You're 18 now. See you later. Go have a good life." And where did I end up? Where do you think I end up? I'm telling you honestly now, I ended up in prison. Okay, when I got out of prison, that was hell. That was hell. I lived in boarding houses with people that were abusive. That was all on drugs. Every day they would go get their drugs. Like it was like a it was like a shop, basically, a drug shop. They just walk in there, get its drugs, and get out, and then do your thing. But what I'm trying to say is we can fix that problem. It's not hard to fix. The government needs to wake up and say, okay, we need to help these people. Okay, we need to spend more money on education. We need to spend more money on funding. We need to spend more money on universities and doctors and psychologists, counselors, social workers. All of that actually needs to be helped. Can be helped. Okay, like I was living in with this in with this shack in a three bed with 3 people. Okay, and it was about 8 o'clock at night. It was about 8 o'clock at night, and when we got woken up by this lady, a social worker lady that worked for the government. She didn't know nothing about it. She just goes, "Pack your bag, get out of here. You're out. You've got a guest sleeping in the house." So my heart fell for my friend because it was my fault that it was two of our my friend and my other friend uh, it was our fault because we stayed there because we were homeless. He offered us a home, and he got kicked out for it. So in the end, I said to the lady by herself, I said, "You must like your job, don't you?" And she said, "Yes." And then I said, "So you like kicking people out in the streets with nowhere to go, raining, don't know what to do, probably going back to get abused or sexually abused house, and you're happy about that?" And her face dropped. Her face dropped dramatically. It was something from as my perspective that as a professional, I could not take that. It was that was my life changing experience where I said, right, that's it. Something's got to be done about this. The government needs to be aware about what's going on. DHS needs to be aware of what's going on, and the doctors need to be aware about what's going on. The psychiatrists need to be aware of what's going on, and especially the prisons need to be aware about what's going on. So that's all I could say right now. Thank you. And we're trying to raise crowdfund of $800,000 to build a house for the homeless. So the button's there on the bottom. Hope you can join in on the activities that we do, and I'm surely later on I'll upgrade. I mean, I'll keep you updated, but I don't like to be on TV. I don't like to do channels. I don't like to do YouTube and that. So I'll probably do it by email instead. But all the best, many blessings, many love, much love, and peace be with you. Make sure nobody gets hurt tonight on the streets, homeless. Thank you very much for listening to Dr. Purishon.